Hello, my dear students. In the last lectures, we have discussed regarding various power electronic devices. In that, we have mainly concentrated on the construction, working, and VI characteristics of various power electronic devices like SCR, GTO, TRIAC, DIAC, and IGBT. We have also seen the triggering circuits of SCR and the commutation circuits of SCR. So, for understanding the content in converters, it is very important to know the triggering methods of SCR. So, the main thing in this power semiconductor device is as the device is forward biased, the device won't conduct. The device will be in conduction whenever we are providing firing signal through the SCR with the gate circuit. By providing gate circuit to SCR, and we are applying gate signal. When this gate signal is applied to forward biased SCR, the device will be in conduction. So this is very important to understand the concept of phase controlled converters. Please you go through the previous lessons. In that we have discussed the construction and characteristics of SCR, detail how the SCR will be conduction whenever the device is forward biased, and we have to apply gate signal. In these two conditions has to be satisfied. One thing is the device has to be forward biased, and we need to apply a gate signal for proper conduction of the device. And we have also seen the commutation circuits. In these converters, the commutation circuits are not required because the device will be operating with respect to AC. We are applying AC. With that, we are operating the circuit. So that's why, due to natural commutation only, the device will get turned off. No need commutation circuit in these converters, but we require turning on circuits. So from now onwards, whenever we are representing a SCR in a circuit, it will be provided with the triggering circuit. So in that SCR symbol, the triggering circuit is assembled in that. We have to assume like that, and from now onwards, we will discuss in that manner. Triggering circuits of SCR is very important. So please you go through that concept from the previous video lessons. So in this video lesson, we are going to discuss the definition of converter, classification of converters, applications of converters, where we are using this, we are going to discuss, and we are going to discuss in detail the single phase half wave controlled converter for different loading conditions, R load, RL load, and RL load by providing a freewheeling diode. We are going to discuss these things in detail. Actually, a converter mainly two types. So it may be a rectifier or inverter. So rectifier will be converting AC into DC. Inverter will be converting DC into AC. So while this conversion process of AC into DC, the rectifier may not be producing pure DC. Pure DC, the DC will be having pulses. The DC output will be having in the form of pulses. So those pulses will be removed by using a filter circuit. Filter circuit. This filter circuit will be used to convert the pulsating DC into pure DC. So pulsating DC will be available at the output of rectifier, and it will be connected to a filter assembly. That filter is converting this pulsating AC into pure DC. So from now onwards, so whenever there is a converter, we are mainly focusing on the rectifier. Rectifier. So rectifier is a device which converts AC into DC. It converts AC into DC. Actually, it is not pure DC. So pulsating DC. The rectifier circuit will be using diodes. Is called uncontrolled rectifier. Uncontrolled rectifier. That means once the device is forward biased, the device will be in conduction. We are getting output voltage. We cannot change the output voltage according to our requirement. So that's why that operation we are calling it as uncontrolled operation. Uncontrolled operation. Mainly the rectifiers are categorized right like this. Mainly three sections. Controlled rectifier. So it will be having purely thyristors. This rectifier circuit will be consisting of only SCRs or thyristor family devices. Next one is half control. So in that it is a combination of thyristors and diodes. The circuit will be consisting of, suppose if you are having full controlled converter. So in that we are having four devices, four thyristor family devices, four devices will be having. So in that two are thyristors and another two are diodes. Two are thyristors and another two are diodes. So last one will be uncontrolled rectifier. In uncontrolled rectifier, we are having only diodes. We are not having any thyristors. In that controlled rectifier, control is nothing but controlling when to start rectification and when to stop. So generally in rectifiers, we are providing alternating current supply. So depending on the instant when we are providing the gate signal, at that time the device will be starting conduction. So that starting instant will be in our control, and in AC after completing positive half cycle, it will approach natural zero. From then it will be subjected to reverse bias. The device will be subjected to reverse bias. So once the device is subjected to natural zero, from then onwards, automatically due to negative half cycle, the device will be turned off. Device will be turned off. We are not using any forced commutation techniques in the operation of converters. So we are mainly focusing on the instant of control of the device. So that's why in controlled converters we are using SCRs. So whenever we are providing gate signal to the SCR, once as the device is forward biased, the device will be in conduction. That means the device will be from forward blocking state to moving to forward conduction state. From forward blocking state to forward conduction state. So current will be flowing. So this is regarding the control rectifier. And here the classification of converters. Converters are mainly divided into two types based on the supply which we are giving. Based on the supply, these are classified into mainly two types: single phase converters and three phase converters. Single phase converters are further classified into, depending on the controlling action we are providing, two types. Single phase converters are mainly converted into two types: uncontrolled converter, controlled converter. So these uncontrolled converters will be operating by using only diodes, and these controlled converters will be operating with the SCRs and diodes. These are further classified into two more types: half wave controlled converters and full wave controlled converters. And depending on the type of transformer and circuit configuration, these full wave controlled converter are further divided into two more types: midpoint controlled converter, bridge type, bridge type converter. We are going to see regarding the operation of all these categories in detail in the next classes. The bridge type are further classified into two more types: semi converter and full converter. And one more classification is based on three phase supply: uncontrolled and controlled. Further, uncontrolled are divided into two more types: half wave, full wave. Similarly, controlled are divided into half wave and full wave. Okay, so we are going to discuss regarding the operation of all these things, controlled converters, in the video lessons in detail. So this is the classification of converters. Controlled converter. Controlled converter is nothing but it is a circuit which is producing a variable output. Variable output, and whose magnitude will be varied by phase control. Phase control by a gate signal applied to SCR. So that's why these are called controlled converters. Controlled converters are nothing but controlled rectifier is nothing but it is a device. It is converting alternating current into direct current. AC will be converted into DC, but here we are having a provision to control to vary the output voltage. This output voltage will be varied by varying the instant of applying gate signal. So if we change the firing angle to the SCR, accordingly the produced output voltage across the circuit will be changing. So that's why these rectifiers are called a controlled rectifier. SCR will not automatically conduct when the anode to cathode voltage becomes positive. The gate pulse must be provided to SCR. If we adjust the delay time of the gate pulse, and if this process is done repeatedly, then the rectifier output can be controlled. So this process is called a phase control. This process is called a phase control. So this process we are using in rectifier operations. That's why these circuits are called controlled rectifiers. Controlled rectifiers. Now we are going to see regarding the applications of control rectifiers. So whenever we are having a DC supply requirement as the available supply, that means the power generation will be in the form of alternating one. To convert that AC into DC, we are using these control rectifiers. These are mainly used in steel rolling mills, paper mills, textile mills, where the controlling of DC motor speed is necessary. Actually, the speed torque characteristics are very smooth for DC motor. So DC motors are operating at different speeds. Speed control techniques can be applied to DC motors are easily. We can get a wide variation in speed of the DC motors. So that's why in that requirement, whenever we are having a constant operation of the motor, constant speed operation of the motor, and variable speed operation of the motor, in that requirement we are using this DC motors. Especially a DC shunt motor will be having constant speed characteristics, and DC series motor will be having variable speed characteristics. So these two motors will be used according to the requirement in different mills, and it will be used in electric traction. Actually, DC series motor will be having high starting torque compared to all the motors. The starting torque will be very high for DC series motor. So that's why to have high starting torque at the initial moment, the locomotive has to apply huge amount of starting torque to move from the platform. So that's why in electric traction we are using these control rectifiers to convert AC into DC, and we are using these rectifiers in HVDC, high voltage direct current transmission systems, electromagnet power supplies. So these are the various applications of control rectifiers. Inverters. Actually, a converter is nothing but it is a device which may act as a rectifier or inverter. So inverter is a polytronic device which converts direct current into alternating current. So inverse operation of rectifier. Inverter converts DC into AC. And inverters are further classified into according to output waveform, square wave inverter, and modified sine wave inverter, sine wave inverter. And according to the type of load, single phase inverter, three phase inverter. Further single phase are classified into half bridge and full bridge. Three phase inverters are depending on the conduction mode. 120 degrees conduction, mode of conduction, 180 degrees. We are going to discuss detail regarding inverters in the chapter 3 regarding inverters. What is inverter? What is the classification? Operation of all these things in detail we are going to discuss. So now we are going to see the operation of single phase half wave controlled converter. So whenever the load is a resistive load, we are going to see circuit operation. So this is the single phase half wave controlled converter, and for this we are applying a resistive load. Resistive load. So the circuit will be consisting of closed path. Here we are providing a AC supply. AC supply is nothing but it is having both the positive half cycles and negative half cycles, and these waveform will be changing with respect to time. Depending on the frequency, it will be changing. Here the magnitude will be changing and the polarity will be changing. So this is positive half cycle, this is negative half cycle. So from 0 to pi we are having positive half cycle, from pi to 2 pi we are having negative half cycle, then the cycle repeats. So we will observe closely how the circuit will be operating for one cycle. So this is AC supply will be given to thyristor. So the thyristor uh, P layer will be connected to, anode will be connected to AC supply, and the cathode will be connected to your load. The load will be consisting of resistive load. So this is again connected to supply mains. So we are going to observe how the circuit will be operating. Actually, this is the symbol of thyristor. So here we are provided the gate signal. Inbuilt in the circuit, we are having the triggering circuit also available. So at the instant when we want to turn on, at that time we are providing signal to gate. So accordingly the device will be conduction. Actually, the SCR will be forward biased during positive half cycles. During positive half cycle, plus will be appeared here. Plus will be connected to positive terminal anode of the SCR, and negative terminal will be connected to cathode of SCR. SCR is forward biased. During negative half cycle, so here we are having minus and here we are having plus. Minus will be connected to anode terminal. During negative half cycle, of supply, negative terminal will be connected to anode of the SCR. So SCR will be reverse biased. During negative half cycle, SCR is reverse biased. So see here, from the instant 0 onwards, the SCR is forward biased. SCR is subjected to positive half cycle of supply from 0 to pi. SCR is forward biased, but there won't be any current flow through the SCR because the SCR is forward biased but not provided by gate signal. Gate signal is not applied. So because of absence of gate signal, the SCR is in off state. So SCR is in off state for a small duration. So because SCR is off, no current is flowing through the circuit and the voltage drop across output will be, load resisted will be 0. So output voltage will be 0. current is also 0. Small amount of voltage will be there, so that voltage will be appeared across the thyristor. This voltage will be appeared across the thyristor. So with a certain delay angle, firing pulse is applied to SCR. As SCR is subjected to forward bias and we are applying the firing pulse. We are applying the firing pulse. So SCR is in conduction. Whenever SCR in conduction, it is acting like a short circuit. Short circuit. So current will be flowing in this closed path. Current will be flowing in this closed path. So there will be a voltage drop across the output. So by neglecting the on-state drop across SCR, almost supply voltage will be appeared across the load. So from alpha onwards, the output waveform follows the supply waveform. So from this instant, your output voltage will be equal to supply voltage. From alpha onwards, the output voltage will be equal to supply voltage. And this process will be continuous up to pi. Up to pi. So this output voltage will be equal to supply voltage. Similarly, the current waveform will be like this. And the thyristor is conducted, that's why. So it is short circuited. So almost zero output voltage will be there at SCR. So practically on-state voltage drop, a very minimum voltage is there, but it is almost equal to zero. So this is zero output across the thyristor. At instant pi, supply voltage will be zero and it is subjected to reverse bias. It is subjected to reverse bias. From pi 2 to pi, SCR is subjected to reverse bias. Whenever SCR is in reverse bias condition, slowly the device may not conduct and it will turn off. It will turn off. So from pi to 2 pi, SCR is turn off. Output voltage will be 0 because SCR is in off position, acting like a open circuit. So no current, no output. Output will be 0. Similarly, current will be 0. And the output voltage across thyristor will be the supply voltage. So the supply voltage will be appeared across the thyristor like this. And once the total cycle is completed, from 2 pi onwards, again thyristor is forward biased. But the device in off condition, that's why even though it is forward biased, the device won't conduct no output voltage. So supply voltage will be appeared across thyristor. Once you firing the SCR, again it will be conducting and the process repeats. So this is how the single phase half wave controlled converter will be operating for resistive load. So these are the waveforms. So this is supply voltage from 0 to pi positive half cycle, from pi to 2 pi negative half cycle, again the cycle repeating. Okay, here we are providing firing pulse. Firing pulse will be provided with a delay of alpha. So when the instant when we are providing firing pulse, the output voltage will be there. Accordingly, output current is also present, and the current waveform follows the voltage waveform because it is a resistive type of load. And whenever the device in conduction, the output voltage across thyristor is 0. During negative half cycle also, the thyristor is in reverse bias. That's why supply voltage will be appeared across the thyristor. So this is the voltage waveform across the thyristor. This is load voltage waveform. These are the firing pulses. Firing pulses applied to SCR. So circuit operation. So as we have discussed like this now. Circuit consisting of thyristor and the voltage source Vs, the resistive load. During positive half cycle of input voltage, the thyristor T is forward biased, but it does not conduct until the gate signal is applied to it. When the gate pulse is given to thyristor at omega t is equal to alpha, it gets turned on and begin to conduct. When the thyristor is on, the input voltage is applied to the load. During negative half cycle, the thyristor T gets reverse biased and gets turned off. So the load receives voltage only during the positive half cycle of the supply. The average value of output voltage can be varied by varying the firing angle to the SCR. So here we are going to get the expression for output voltage and current. So the average DC value of load voltage will be given as, the output voltage will be given as, input will be sinusoidal waveform. So Vs equal to Vm sin omega t. So the total duration of time will be 2 pi, 2 pi, and the SCR will be conducting from alpha to pi. So in this waveform, it is clear. So here at alpha, we have applied firing signal, and the device will be starts conduction from alpha. From alpha to pi, we are getting the output voltage. From the instant alpha to pi, we are getting the output voltage. So for remaining period, it will be 0. That's why, so V naught will be equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from alpha to 2 pi Vm sin omega t. And we are integrating with respect to time, so it is d omega t. So here Vm is constant. If you bring outside, Vm by 2 pi. So integration of sin is minus cos omega t, and the limits are alpha to pi. And here Vm by 2 pi minus cos of pi. So minus into minus plus 1 1, and here minus into minus plus cos alpha. So upper limit we are getting value 1, for lower limit we are getting cos alpha. So output voltage will be given as Vm by 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha. You need to remember that the V naught will be equal to Vm by 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha. Similarly, load current will be given as V naught by R, Vm by 2 pi R into 1 plus cos alpha. So this is the expression for output voltage and current of a single phase controlled converter, half wave controlled converter by using resistive load. Single phase half wave controlled converter by using resistive load, output voltage V naught equal to Vm by 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha, and I naught will be equal to V naught by R. Next we are going to see the operation of single phase half wave controlled converter with RL load. So here the load will be consisting of resistive load and inductive load. It's a combination of R and L. So here the AC supply, the Vs will be represents source voltage. This V naught will be represent output voltage across the load, RL load. Is will be the current flowing through the circuit. I naught will be the load current, and VT will be represent voltage across thyristor. So this is single phase half wave controlled converter. So as we are providing gate, it is called a half wave controlled converter. So gate terminal is there, we are providing thyristor. That's why it is called controlled converter. For RL load, how the circuit is going to operate, we are going to see. So similarly, if you observe, so we are applying AC supply. So during positive half cycle only, the device will be forward biased, and during negative half cycle, the device is reverse biased. SCR is reverse biased, we know. So whenever we are applying firing pulse, the device will be starting conduction as like earlier only, and it will be continuous up to fly. So the device will be fired at delay angle of alpha, then the SCR conducts, so output voltage will be following input voltage and it is up to pi. It is up to pi. Similarly, the current will be increasing and it is reaching its maximum value at pi up to pi. So the current and voltage waveforms are not symmetrical if we closely observe, because the load is inductor. The inductor doesn't allow sudden change in currents, so slowly the current in output will be slowly increasing, and it will be reaching maximum value, and slowly it will be decreasing with respect to pi. Okay, so whenever the supply is reaching zero, so due to the energy of inductor, so it is allowing the current to flow in the same direction for a small duration. With the available energy of inductor, the stored in energy of inductor, it won't allow sudden change in currents. So current won't reverse from pi onwards. The current will still flow through the circuit for a small duration until the stored energy across inductor will reaches to zero. So at that time, the output will be further going in a negative direction for a small duration due to the energy acquired by inductor, due to stored energy of the inductor. So that's why we are observing these negative spikes in the output voltage of single phase half wave controlled converter with RL load. Due to RL load, as the inductor is a energy storing element, whenever the supply is becoming negative from the instant pi due to the stored energy of inductor, it won't allow sudden change in currents. The current may not zero instantaneously, so it will further circulate the current in the negative half cycle also for a small duration until the energy in the inductor reaches to zero. So current reaches to zero at instant beta. At instant beta, the current is reaching to zero. When current is reaching zero, we are getting the output voltage in the negative direction and it is reaching to zero. Similarly, from beta onwards, thyristor is subjected to negative half cycle and device will be off. SCR is off. So same output voltage will be like input supply voltage from beta onwards. So same operation as like a single phase half wave controlled converter with R load. The only change is due to inductor which is present in RL load, it won't allow sudden change in currents. It will further circulates the current for a small duration until the current in inductor reaches to zero. Because of that, there will be a negative spike in the output voltage across the load. So these negative spikes are not desirable. So that's why we are using a diode across the load. So the diode is called a freewheeling diode. To improve the voltage waveform, to improve the power factor, we are using a diode across the load. So that is called free. We are going to see in the next slides freewheeling diode. So the device will be conducting from instant alpha to beta. Beta. From beta onwards, the output will be zero. Supply will be reverse biased and the output voltage will be zero. So this reverse biased supply voltage will be applied across thyristor. Thyristor. So this is the operation of single phase half wave controlled converter with the RL load supply voltage waveform load voltage waveform. The only change here it is we are getting negative spikes. Because of that, average output voltage will be decreased. This is current waveform. Here we can observe that voltage waveform and current waveforms are not uniform. Current will be gradually increasing and it is reaching a peak value, and whenever the supply is at instant pi, supply is reaching zero, voltage is reaching zero, but current is not reaching zero due to the presence of inductance in the load. So this is the output thyristor voltage across the SCR. So these are the different waveforms. The circuit consisting of a thyristor and a voltage source, an inductive load L and a resistive load R. During positive half cycle of input voltage, the thyristor T is forward biased, but it does not conduct until the gate signal is applied to it. When the gate pulse is given to thyristor at omega t is equal to alpha, it gets turned on and begins to conduct. The thyristor is on, the input voltage is applied to the load, but due to presence of inductor in the load, the current through the load builds up slowly. During negative half cycle, the thyristor T gets reverse biased, but current through the thyristor is not zero due to inductor presence. The current through the inductor slowly decays to zero when the load current falls below the holding current and it gets turned off. So here the thyristor will be conducted for a few duration in the negative half cycle, and it turns off at omega t is equal to beta. So this angle beta is called a extinction angle. So duration from alpha to beta is called conduction angle. So the load receives voltage only during positive half cycle and for a small duration of negative half cycle. The average value of output voltage can be varied by varying firing angle. So this expression for output voltage will be given as V naught equal to 1 by 2 pi. Total time period for the cycle will be 2 pi, and integration Vm sin omega t. So supply is in the form of AC sinusoidal waveform. So Vs will be represented as Vm sin omega t, and the limits will be the device will be conduction from the instant alpha to beta. So in the earlier case, in place of beta, we are writing pi. So whenever the positive half cycle reaches to zero, at instant pi, it will be written as pi. Now here we are writing beta because the device will be conduction for the instant up to beta. So if we integrate the expression, we will get as V naught equal to Vm by 2 pi cos alpha minus cos beta. And I naught will be given as V naught by R. These are the expression for output voltage and current for a single phase half wave controlled converter with a RL load. And now we are going to see the another controlled converter with RL load having freewheeling diode. The only disadvantage with the RL load is in the output voltage we are having negative spikes, and that is not desirable. For that, we are providing additional diode across the load. So that diode is called a freewheeling diode. Freewheeling diode. So see here, here we are having a single phase AC supply, which is appear to SCR. So here we are using a single phase transformer. With that, we are stepping down the voltage to 30 volts. That voltage we are applying to SCR. This SCR will be connected to a load circuit, RL load, and across the load we are placing a freewheeling diode. The supply which is available across SCR will be represented as like this sinusoidal waveform. So this is a positive half cycle and this is negative half cycle, and we are applying the gate pulses like this at a delay angle of alpha. We are applying the firing pulses. Mm, So here in this circuit we are having the triggering circuit. will be available with this SCR, but we are not showing. So here we are having gate terminal. So at the instant when we are applying pulse, the device will be in conduction, in forward bias of the device. That means in the positive half cycle, when we are providing gate signal, at that time the device will be in conduction. Okay. So from 0 to pi, if we observe, so the device will be in forward bias, but signal is not applied for a small duration. Okay, so output voltage will be 0. At alpha, we are applying firing pulse. So output voltage starts following the input voltage from alpha onwards. So this output voltage will be same as the input voltage. This is same as the input voltage from alpha onwards. And it will be continuous up to pi. It will be continuous up to pi. And from pi onwards, here the inductor will be having energy. As soon as supply is reverse biased after pi, the stored energy across inductor will be allowing the current to flow in the same direction through the load. But that current will be flowing through the freewheeling diode, because so the current will be coming from the inductor because it doesn't allow sudden change in currents. At instant pi, here we are having a current in the load. This current won't allow sudden change in reversal of currents. So because of that, inductor will circulate the current in the same direction. So at this instant, the current won't flow through transformer, SCR, all these circuits, because it always search for low current path. So here we are having a diode. So it is providing low resistance path. So current will be flowing in this closed path, and so the device will be acting like a short circuit. Across short circuit, output voltage will be, across short circuit the voltage will be 0. So this 0 voltage will be appeared across load. So load voltage will be 0. The current will be slowly decreases, decreases up to 2 pi, up to 2 pi. And further that SCR won't conduct from 2 pi onwards, and even though the device is subjected to forward bias from 2 pi onwards, it won't conduct for a small duration. And at the instant when we are providing firing pulse, from that instant only the device will be in conduction. So this is like same half wave controlled converter with R load. The output voltage waveform will be similar to single phase half wave controlled converter with R load, R load, but the current waveform changes due to presence of inductor. So output voltage waveform will be improved by providing the freewheeling diode. Freewheeling diode current waveform will be differs with respect to half wave controlled converter with the resistive load. So in that resistive load, same output voltage waveform and output current waveform almost similar, but here it will be changing due to presence of inductor. So inductor energy will be driving the current through freewheeling diode. Freewheeling diode. This is a circuit operation for single phase half wave controlled converter with the RL load and freewheeling diode. Freewheeling diode. So this is connection diagram, and these are the waveform representation. Freewheeling diode is connected across RL load in the half wave controlled converter circuit shown in figure A. The load current passes through the load as SCR T1 is turned on during positive cycles of the alternating supply. The energy stored in the inductor of the load. Stored energy of the load passes through freewheeling diode during negative half cycles of alternative supply. The load is there is no freewheeling diode. The stored energy of the load back to input supply. The diode is connected across the load in the controlled or uncontrolled converter circuit is called freewheeling diode. The function of freewheeling diode is to improve the input as well as system power factor. Load voltage polarity does not change. So we'll attempt a small quiz on this single phase controlled converter for a small time. Few questions we will attempt for refreshing the concept which we learned till now. Converter converts AC power to DC power. Converter converts AC to DC power, AC power, both all of the above. Converter converts, it is converting from AC to DC. AC to DC. Actually, converter may convert AC to DC or DC to AC, but here they have given rectifier operation, so AC to DC. Next, the average output voltage is maximum when the SCR is triggered at omega t is equal to pi 0, pi by 2, pi by 4. So output voltage will be maximum when we are conducting SCR at 0. So maximum output will be appeared across the load when we are triggering at 0. Sooner the conduction starts, higher the average power, though practically the device cannot be triggered at exactly 0 degrees. In the below given circuit, the SCR is triggered at a certain firing angle alpha. The load current falls to 0 at omega t is equal to the load. Actually, the load is consisting of only resistive load. So if we trigger a SCR, the current will be following the supply waveform, and supply waveform will be reversing at the instant pi 180 degrees. So from 180 degrees supply is reverse biased, so current will reaches to 0. So answer is C. SCR is naturally commutated at 180 degrees. Actually it is pi 180 degrees. The method of phase control. The phase relationship between dash and dash is controlled by varying the firing angle. Supply current, supply voltage, end of load current, end of load voltage, start of load current and start of load voltage. Load current, load voltage. Actually, here we are having control by providing the firing angle. So at the instant when we are providing the firing angle, the device starts conducting. When the device starts conducting, we are getting output voltage. So by means of phase control, we are having control in the start of load current and start of load voltage. So answer is C. By varying firing angle, load current and load voltage can be controlled. And so this is regarding the single phase half wave controlled converters with the different loading conditions. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask questions. You can put in that comment box of that channel. Further, we will discuss in the next video lessons. Thank you all of you for your patient listening. Thank you.